Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I'm going to play you a little clip. Corey Holcomb recently did a sit-down interview with Cam Newton, and I didn't make it through the entire interview, but this snippet right here really, I don't know how many women need to hear this or who needs to hear this, but he talks about the BBL situation with women. And I really be glad when the whole BBL trend is over with, because it really needs to stop. But what we're going to do is we're going to let Corey, and you know, some people don't like Corey, do like Corey. Corey's very brash. When he just says what's on his mind. And I don't think that he cares whether or not people agree with his standpoint or anything like that. He just says what it is that he's thinking on a particular topic. I don't agree with everything that he say or all his perspectives, but on this, I completely agree with him because he's 100% right. So I'm going to let this play. Here we go.
How do you get mad at a woman for wanting that, but that's something that you are also attracted to?
Well, I'm not mad at them for whatever they do, but I'm here to tell you, if you're walking around here with a body that's superficial, you're going to get superficial results. I promise you, you're going to get superficial results. Every girl, I had the girl, she got the BBL. I was there for her when she got off the plane. I nurtured her until the blood stopped coming out of her ass. I was there for her. And in the end, it looked good, but it looked good for fucking, not for keeping and creating a legacy with and trying to be with you. I'm not trying to be with you. I'm trying to fuck you and give you a couple of dollars because I know what to keep you around. If you went and got a BBL, it's because you don't have the confidence to face the world as you are. And it's okay. You're just not for a man who is really trying to make sure his legacy with a woman is something that is not trendy. I don't want you to be a trendy thing in my life. If I'm looking for somebody that is going to be the mainstay, it's probably not going to be a woman with a BBL. Because I know that's mental illness, to let somebody crack your ass open, put some motherfucking Air Jordan shit up in there.
So how do you get mad at a woman for?
And so the question that sparked it was, Cam was trying to reconcile, like, whether or not it was a hypocrisy of men in general or Corey personally to sort of quote unquote bad mouth, I guess you want to say, or not think too highly of women who seek after these BBLs and things of that nature, while at the same time liking it and being attracted to it. Now, here's the thing, and some people will say, well, that is hypocritical. But Corey's being very straight up about it. Corey himself personally has said what kind of man he is. He never claimed to be this super righteous or he never claims that. He says it real quick, and he said it in this interview, not in this clip, but he said it in this interview. He gonna go get the chick that need money and because she's not gonna be able to tell him to screw off. He gonna give her money. Her needs and his wants coincide. So she gonna stick around because he gonna give her a couple of dollars, and he gonna stick around, for however long, because she's gonna get him sex for those couple of dollars. He knows that he's gonna enter into these transactional situations with these women, and he's going for the particular women that go for those transactions. So you really can't be mad at the dude for telling you what it is up front. He's saying what it is. So anybody else that thinks something else, that would be a projection, because Corey's actually very straightforward about those things. So like I said, you can't be mad. And he's being straightforward on this particular subject as well, because while he's saying, yeah, I will bump you off, like, and that's most men. Most men will have sex with you. Most men will give you the sexual attention that you desire, especially if you as a woman put yourself out there publicly in order to receive such attention. You're gonna get the attention, that even if they think lowly of you as a person, even if they think lowly of you as a woman and don't think very much of your femininity or blah 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 blah, they still gonna hit it. I don't know how many times men have to tell you that they don't even have to like you in order to have sex with you. Women have a hard time with that, because we do gotta like you to a certain extent in order to really have sex with you and get down with you like that. The only women that don't are women that are already broken. And I've said many times on this channel that her brokenness leads to her promiscuity, not the other way around. The promiscuity doesn't break her. It's the brokenness of whatever was going on with her prior to. And then the promiscuity is the way that that brokenness manifests itself, because a woman has to be in a certain mindset to begin with in order to be in all of these different transactional situations with a bunch of different men and having a bunch of bodies, and or being a prostitute, or being, you know what I'm saying, or being super promiscuous. A woman has to be broken. There's something fundamentally broken in her femininity and her womanhood in order to lead her down a path where she's even okay with that, even in any capacity. Because a woman that isn't fundamentally broken that way, or, you know what I'm saying, she doesn't have those things, she's not gonna be promiscuous, because that actually, it doesn't fill a void, it creates a void. So she's not gonna do that, because she doesn't want to create the void, because it takes something from you psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, as a woman, to have sex with a man. It actually takes something from you. It doesn't add to you, it's a subtraction. So the only way to not be destroyed by this subtraction is to give that sex and give those that intimacy to your husband, because he's going to pour back into you in other ways. So with that in mind, women that get these BBLs, and I told you on the other video that I did another video that about the woman that was talking about different kind of bodies attract different things. So you had a woman to tell you that, and now you got Corey, a man, telling you that, and other men. I've done other videos where men are saying the same thing, that it is a mental illness. And what they mean by that is that this is a deep-seated insecurity that the woman has. In order to subject herself to an elective cosmetic surgery, especially one with such a high mortality rate, is not good. Especially when you can, so I mean, your genetics are going to play a role, but you can kind of get into the gym and kind of build a booty. You know, now, like I said, genetics play a role. So if you genetically don't got a big booty, it's not going to be super big. Even if you go to the gym, even if you squat, even if you do all of this other exercise, it's going to build the muscle, but you're not going to have no dunk in the back if genetically, if that's not what you got. So, but the thing about it is you have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with putting your best effort forward to be as healthy and as attractive as you can be. And whatever the genetics are, they just are. You have to live with that. The only type of elective surgery that I will agree with, and that I agree that people pretty much gotta have, is if you lost a lot of weight, you're gonna need skin surgery most often, or you're gonna need some other surgery like that. in order to like make sure that the effort that you made on your body actually shows. Because a lot of times when people were obese and then they lose that weight, your skin elasticity doesn't come back. So you're gonna have, even if it's not excessive, you're gonna have places on your body where your skin just doesn't snap back, and it's not going to. And so there's nothing in the gym that's going to do with that. There's no magic pill. There's nothing that helps that. The only thing that you can do is you can only do two things. You can live with it, or you have to go under somebody's knife in order to cut away that excess skin and get the tuck, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. The other thing is mommy bellies. Women who have had C-sections, things of that nature, her abdominal wall has been cut through, especially if it's been more than one time. So that's not going to come together. There's no amount of exercise that's going to truly flatten that area. So she may go get if she can afford it, she might go get the mommy thing, what they call it, the mommy tuck or something like that they call it, to bridge that her abdominal wall again, to like strengthen that area so that she can, you know what I'm saying, so that it can actually look the way that it's supposed to look pre C-section. So there are a couple of those types of surgeries that I don't feel fall into the same category as the BBL, because some things the gym will not address. And so therefore, if the gym don't address it and you want to address it, sometimes those types of cosmetic surgeries is really the only choice that you have, or you just live with it. So now, but the BBL I find to be more in this category that, and I completely denounce it, is because first of all, it's mortality rate. Okay. The other procedures that I talked about have a much lower mortality rate. People are not typically going to these back alley places getting it done. It hasn't been a trendy thing necessarily. The BBL or the 360 lipo has been trendy, right? It's been trendy, and women would have subjected themselves to these, not even going to certified people or people that know what they're doing. They're going to these, you know what I'm saying, black marketplaces, they don't even know what the substance is that's being injected, you know, all of these sorts of things. Sometimes you're going back more than one time in order to do it, you know what I'm saying? And the payoff is not very good, because you get this silhouette, you get this body that, and not all of them even look good. Like a lot of y'all be out here looking like y'all got soggy diapers on, and that's just never a good look, right? But be that as it may, whether it's a good looking BBL, quote unquote, or badly done one, the issue is that it speaks to how you have viewed yourself. And what Corey says is correct in here, because the reason that you're viewed as playtime and not as a legacy building type of woman, a woman that a man would get and say, I'm going to keep you, I'm going to wife you, is because he said it. You don't have the confidence to face the world as you are, right? And just try to look the best that you can through diet, through exercise, you know what I'm saying, through grooming, through hygiene, things of that nature, to try to, you know what I'm saying, enhance your beauty that way, which is much more acceptable. I mean, because men know, any man with any sense knows that women always want to enhance their beauty. It's just the way that you go about it says a lot about how you see yourself. So a man can't value you more than you value you. You don't see yourself as such of a much. You see yourself as an object to be sexually used. You see yourself as a commodity to be sold and traded. So you can't expect men to not see you that way and to not oblige you and to not treat you in this manner as well. An object doesn't have feelings. So when you are objectifying yourself and then you putting yourself in a position for men to objectify you, they stop looking at you as a human being. And they start looking at you, you're a living sex doll at this point. So they don't take into any consideration your feminine feelings or how you see the world or how you feel about things. They could care less about that because you've put yourself in a position to be consistently objectified in this manner. Yes, you're going to get the initial attention. Yes, you're going to get the initial dopamine hit because all women like the attention of men, right? Women like attention. Attention is currency, right? So for women at least. So therefore, you're gonna get the dopamine hit. Oh man, all these dudes are looking at me, all these dudes are lusting after me. But then that has a ceiling, and that has, a cap to it, to where you actually get tired of that. Wow, you know what I'm saying? And so this is also not only a message to the BBL girl or the girl who was thinking about it, but this is also a message to the natural girls, to the girls that don't garner that level of sexual attention. Like, it's okay that you don't. It's all right that you don't garner that type of attention. You're gonna be overlooked in that manner. Like, men aren't going to just lust after you and da 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 da. You may even be good looking, you might be pretty, but if you don't put yourself out there as this sexual thing, men won't see you that way. They also won't give you that type of attention. But again, you gotta be okay with that. You can't let social media and all of this other stuff delude you into thinking that that's the type of attention that you need, or that attention is most valuable, because it doesn't. It isn't. Men will give that attention to anybody. That's what you got. Something is not valuable when it can be given to anybody at any time for any reason. Then that thing loses its value. So men's sexual attention loses its value from that, because he'll give it to anybody that even halfway get his thing hard. Again, I don't know how many times I got to tell you, men got to tell you, they don't even have to like you. They don't even have to want to talk to you or interact with you in any way, shape, or form outside of the actual sexual act. They will have sex with women they can't stand. They will do it. Don't ask them. But it is what it is. I can only take them at face value. Men say that all the time. We can have sex because they don't have to emotionally attach things to the sex. It's mechanical almost to them. It's just physical without the emotional tie that women experience. All he got to be is sexually turned on at this moment. So that sexual attention is not as valuable as you think it is. It gives you a quick dopamine hit, but then that's it. It's fleeting. It doesn't mean anything. It's not valuable. This is why men try to tell women that there's a difference between their sexual attention and their relationship attention. For women, sometimes it can come off like double-sided, like hypocritical. Like, why would you, if you love these natural women so much, why don't you pay them no attention? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll look over them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll completely ignore them for the women that you quote unquote don't like. And then maybe later on at some point in your life, you'll come try to get the woman that you quote unquote really like. So women have a hard time. They have a hard time reconciling that. But I'm trying to tell you, you don't have to reconcile it. That's just the way that men operate. Don't even try to reconcile it. Just be the best version of you. That's it. And a man that's worthy will hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that like you, that appreciate a lioness, will come along and choose you. So jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.